So let's begin with something completely off topic. So I'm adding this to the beginning of the video just to make a quick point about the background footage. I made a video a couple weeks ago answering 10 questions women have for men. The background footage in that video was this game here, Black Myth Wukong. The reason for this bit is because so many people ask me what game was this? Like, yo, what game is this? It looks good. No, it's not me playing it, the game's not out yet. But it's coming to all next-gen systems, Xbox Series X and S, still haven't got one yet, bastards, and the PS5 and PC Master Race of course. But just a small bit to say the game's called Black Myth Wukong. I'll put a link in the description to it as well. If you're on Twitter, support them, let them know you like the game or we may not get it in the West. Because Tencent in China will buy this company and we will never see this game over here. So support the game, even if it's just 10 of you, let them know you like this game. Or we will never get it, I'm just saying. But let's begin the video, waffling aside, let's begin the video. It should be epic.
She's fainted.
Just like a woman.
Self-love. Do you love yourself? Can you honestly say you love yourself? Like the saying, you can either love women or understand them. In some way, do you have to understand yourself to be able to love yourself? I think yes. Yes, obviously, I think you do. But welcome back, glad you could join me again. This of course is Replicant Fish. Hope you've had a good day. Does too much self-love make it difficult for you to love others? Now let me clarify for some that want to go in, this is not general love. Like love you have for your mother or your kids or your family, whatever. Or your pets, your cat, your little doggo. No, obviously you can love your pets, love your pets. The point is, the love between man and woman, the love you may have for a woman, or yourself primarily. You see the point is, can one love themselves too much to the point where there is no room to love another in this romantic sense? Yes, of course one could obviously spend time with, even date, and yes, care for, but love? Nah. In a sense of, a woman could ask you, a woman that you're with in a sense, she could say to you, do you love me? And some men would say back, no. Well, some men wouldn't be so harsh. They'd be like, you know, I care about you, but I don't love you. And I will never love you nowhere near as much as I love myself. Now that right there, saying to a woman, yeah, I could never love you nowhere near as much as I love myself. That right there sounds arrogant, doesn't it? It sounds vain, as if one does love himself, but is borderlining on obsession, self-obsession. But is it truly self-obsession or appreciation? You know, I said this a while ago, but I said this in a video about the backstage chick, the person that most women really are and not the women they pretend to be on stage. And I made a point in that video where I said, just because a woman's selfish does not mean she loves herself. As in, she may flaunt this and that and act this hype, this turns up and that, this lit, if you will. But the reality is, she's not truly so. That's not really what she's like. But that term broadened, because that term goes for men as well. There are many men out there who are selfish, because many human beings are selfish. But just because they're selfish does not mean they love themselves. Because you see, in loving yourself, you see yourself in a different light. And some would say you teach others how to view you or see you or understand you by the way you carry yourself. So the point is, amongst my waffling ramble is, as a man, can you love yourself so much? You're seeking self-actualization to some degree. You're enjoying life. You appreciate yourself more. You truly love yourself. But could one do so to the point where bonding with a woman in a deeper sense no longer exists? Not in a sense that a man can't bond with a woman anymore. No. It's more in a sense that the deeper love thing does not transmit to her, to them, to the women, because there's too much for self. Now the flip side of this, to address the other side, is to say, but are you not talking about being too closed off? Where one is so closed off, it's impossible for them to love. For them to love a woman in this romantic sense, to feel for her more than beyond the sexual occasions, maybe a bit of banter, small interactions, whatever, but nothing deeper, nothing more than that. Some would say it's dangerous to be so closed off. For one to have a fortress so strong, so impenetrable, that it does not permit love, it does not allow love in. As if love is a vampire that could never come in because there is no invite. No. Keep that bloodthirst love at bay. In a sense, similar to a video I made a while ago, asking the question of, can being single for too long make you undateable? As in, you become so comfortable, but not only comfortable, you actually are on point, you're progressing. And you're single, you may still have your interactions with women, only on a bust and move basis. But in terms of anything deeper, you can't, simply because the single free lifestyle. Could loving yourself too much have a similar effect, where one can love themselves too much to the point where they can't love others? But you see, at the same time, the thing is, in having self-love, appreciating yourself, it means there are less things you're willing to tolerate. It means there are less things you're willing to subject yourself to, you're willing to put up with. Oh, happy wife, happy life. No, 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 no. Some who love themselves too much would never put themselves there. And if they have been, they would never go back. Maybe some have experienced loving a woman more than themselves. Seen the results. Got the crap t-shirt. Can't even give it back and get your money back. Or get your time back, at least. Precious time. Because you see, for some, it does take time to learn to love yourself. In some instances, for some people, it's easier to give your love away than to be able to love yourself. Because as human beings naturally, many people do want to be loved, be appreciated in that sense. So of course many would give it out, dish it out so much in hopes of getting it back. It doesn't always work that way. No, it doesn't, does it? There is a balance to everything. But I do believe one should love himself more than any woman, and more than he hopes any woman should love him. Some can be too closed off. However, we are protective of the things we love the most. Are we not? Yeah. What do you think? But for now, focus. Observe. Remember. The world is yours. Have a nice day.